The Afternoons with Joy podcast is presented by United Faith Mortgage. Let their direct lender advantage save you time and money.
Welcome to a new episode of the Afternoons with Joy podcast. My name is Joy, and I do a radio show on Way FM. If you don't know what Way FM is and you just found this, you got to check it out. We play the best Christian music, and we also have great shows. You can check me out in the afternoons by heading to wayfm.com or telling Alexa to play Way FM. So at the very end of the podcast today, the reason I mentioned listening to Way FM, we have a crazy, zany, hilarious morning show host named Wally. My son got a little confused on who his dad is, and it created a hilarious conversation. That's at the very end of the podcast. But kicking it off is the truth behind my child's school picture, and possibly the truth behind your kids as well. School picture day. Stressful for kids, stressful for parents. I've never had to get a child ready for it before, but my son just had his. It was a nightmare, honestly. He fought me every step of the way. He did not want to wear his outfit. He didn't want to wear his bow tie, of course. He didn't want me to comb his hair. And he fought me so much getting in his car seat that we were so late for school, they almost didn't admit him for school picture day. So I expected a nightmarish picture. And what they sent home made me laugh and cry at the same time. It is the most beautiful, perfect, angelic picture of my son. You would never know from looking at it that he was crazy that day. And it feels like parenthood to me. The highest highs and the lowest lows all in one. You hear people say all the time, choose joy, as if it's that easy. I've even said it on the show. But when I try to put it into practice, it's not just a simple choice. I'm in a hard season of life right now for a bunch of different reasons. But the only thing that I found that gets me to a spirit of joy is gratitude. We are leading up to Thanksgiving, but I've written on my bathroom mirror, what are you thankful for? And every day when the difficult stuff starts to hit me, I literally go through a list. God, thank you that I woke up this morning. Thanks for breath in my lungs. And I do that over and over throughout the day because there's so much that God has blessed us with that we forget to even notice. And that gratitude, that's unlocked some amount of joy in me that I didn't know I could have in this season. Christmas is here. I don't want it to be. I don't want to skip over Thanksgiving, but I don't really know how to celebrate it and make it special. So tell me what you're doing.
So every year, my family and I make a Thanksgiving, like a gourd in the center of the table, and we all write cards and we put it around the gourd. And basically on Thanksgiving, we go ahead and we open up each card and we read all the things that we're thankful for.
Oh, so you do it at the beginning of the month. So you're already in that mindset.
Yeah, we do it at the beginning of the month. And so every day we read one, and it's just like the countdown to Thanksgiving.
Okay, I love that. A lot of people do Christmas cards. Y'all like, forget it. Turkey cards are the way to go.
Turkey cards is exactly it. And it really keeps our mind focused on all the amazing things that have happened to us over the month and even over the year.
When you're trying to protect someone you love, this bravery comes over you that you don't normally have. I'm terrified of spiders. But when I saw one in the corner of my house today, I went crazy on it because I have a toddler who's always crawling around the floor. I don't want him to get bit. So even though I normally run screaming, I stomped on that thing with my shoe. And as I did, it moved. It was some kind of jumping spider. And so I'm stomping and stomping and screaming for sure. Scared my child half to death. I finally got it. And as I picked it up with the tissue, shaking because I was so overwhelmed with fear, I realized it was a piece of black fuzz. I think I need new glasses. Taking a quick break from the conversation to tell you about our show sponsors. We think nothing of going through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. I can have healthy food at my fingertips. Well, unless you get the waffle fries, but that's a different story. One of our podcast sponsors is Food for the Hungry. Their goal is to end poverty for the world's most vulnerable people. And they've been doing it for almost 50 years. But a lot of the people around the globe would kill for some chicken. they would kill for some healthy protein to have access to. And what they do is called the Chicken of the Month Club. For $28 a month, you will provide 2 chickens for a family that's struggling. There's a family in Bolivia that's a part of the Chicken of the Month Club. And last month, they got 2 chickens, and their kids are now healthier. Benjamin is one of the little boys, and he goes and feeds the chickens every day. And his mom said, we never used to eat eggs. But because we are, I have literally seen the health improve of Benjamin and his sister. She said, you're making things better for our family simply by giving us 2 chickens. That's just one family. If you sign up for the Chicken of the Month Club, you'll help a family like Benjamin's every single month. All you have to do is text FLOCK, that's FLOCK, to 91979, or head to fh.org/joy. The housing market is crazy right now. And if you're buying a new home or just looking at these interest rates and thinking, it might be time to refinance, the people who will take care of you, our father and son team, John and Ryan with United Faith Mortgage. In fact, my husband and I, we were considering refinancing last year. We talked to him, and it wasn't going to make financial sense for us. But this year, our mortgage went up $300 because of taxes. And so we're in the process of refinancing right now because United Faith Mortgage has a direct lender advantage, meaning that there is no middleman. This advantage often allows you to get a better rate, and it could save you monthly and lifelong money. That's a really big deal. If you want to check out United Faith Mortgage, all you have to do is go to UnitedFaithMortgage.com. That's UnitedFaithMortgage.com.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
There's a lot of attention on the news stories that stir up fear, and not enough on the ones that make us celebrate. The 2021 New York City Marathon is over, and one of the final people to cross the finish line was Fredalyn Bangwa. She's 42, and she's already done a few other marathons, but she was just diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. She said every single step became more and more painful. She said, I'm fine with being a slow runner, but I had to do this for me. I had to prove to myself I could do it. And she said that it was her determination to finish that got her through. It took her over 11 hours, but Freddie finished the race. I don't know what you're facing right now, but if Freddie can do the final 10 miles with a walker and finish the marathon, we can face what's in front of us today. One of the best ways to talk about your faith, if you're a person of faith, is your own story, because only God can take broken messes of people and do the kind of stuff he does. So tell me how you've seen that in your life.
My real father had PTSD and left my mom when I was 8 months old. And then my mom remarried my stepdad, and he had the same problem.
Wow.
Both were veterans. And then he left when I was 12. And I was a mess for a long time for that until the redeemed Daryl. I began a soldier's child with one child 12 years ago, and we now serve over 4,000 kids. And we celebrate their birthdays in honor of their mom and dad who died for our country. My whole life is just God. It's just God redeemed life. And now I get to carry out passion and purpose.
Doesn't matter what you do. At some point, you will be garbage to your child, and they will be obsessed with the other parent. I'm in the garbage season right now. My son can say mama, but he doesn't. Everything is dad, 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 all the time. I even decided to put it to the test this morning. I pulled a work picture off the fridge that dad wasn't even in. Pointed to myself and I said, who's this?
Judah. Who's this? Who's this? Dada. No, that's not. That's Wally. Who's this, baby? Dada.
He literally pointed to Wally, who does the morning show here, and said, Dada. Apparently, Wally saw the video because he came to me later and said, how long will you keep my child from me?